Okay, so it's time to start, and thank you guys so much for joining the call. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to hear my story and learn more about what I do as a coach. So I'm going to just jump right in. I want to make sure that I respect your time, and I promise to keep it at 15 minutes. So here we go. And when I was about 4 years old, I remember pressing my chubby little fingers against the glass door, looking outside, and I was being punished. I was inside while my family was outside playing in the leaves and nice crisp fall day, but I was stuck inside and I wanted out so bad. I was being punished for something that I would actually do about 30 years later, when I was suffering from postpartum obsessive compulsive disorder and literally just wanted to take out all of my anger and, like hormonal emotions and anxiety on my kids. And it was a bad, bad time. I wanted out and I felt stuck. So around that time, I finally realized that I was going to have to draw a line in the sand and start taking care of me. I gave and I gave and I gave, but I wasn't being refueled at all. And even though we couldn't afford it, it was not in the budget. I was not working at the time. I was a stay-at-home mom, even though I had a college degree and had, a great career prior to that in corporate America. It was important for me to stay home. But what came with that was denial of myself, and that did nobody any good, because I wasn't the mom that I could have been. I wasn't the wife, I wasn't the friend, I wasn't the daughter. Nothing was as good as it could be, because you can't give what you don't have. And once I realized that, and it took me a long time to realize it, I started to exercise. I started to use a bootleg copy of P90X to start my exercise journey with Beachbody, and had some great results. And around that time, one of my friends had seen me in a class. Sorry, we're getting some echoing. Hopefully that helps. So she asked me if I had ever tried Shakeology, and I said, no, haven't. Meant nothing to me. And she was a good friend, and I trusted her, and so I tried it. And at first, honestly, I didn't notice hardly any difference. And I wasn't used to having something like that every day. And so, if I didn't have it for breakfast, then afternoon came, and by afternoon I was just craving carbs. And so I wouldn't have it then. And then there was a day that I would skip, and then I would have it. And then once I realized that I was paying for it and not consuming it, I was like, oh shoot, I should probably start drinking this stuff, And my husband came home about 5-6 weeks after I had committed to having it on a daily basis. And he said, Traci, you haven't had your shake today, have you? I'm like, no, but how do you know? And he could tell, because I was just snippy and irritable and impatient with he and the kids. And I realized, oh my gosh, this is making a difference in how I'm treating my family. So for me at that point, I had some good physical results. I didn't necessarily need it for weight loss purposes, but I needed it for my sanity, for my anxiety level, for my mood. And all of that coincided with the time that I was on using antidepressants. Was able to get off of that after having been on them off and on for several years. And then was able to go through my 4th pregnancy and postpartum time completely medication-free, which felt absolutely amazing. And I had energy. And somebody asked me the other day, does it give you energy? And I was like, well, it does, but it's not the energy that I think a lot of us have been associated with. You know, we think of Mountain Dew type energy where you get sort of a buzz. And that's not the kind of energy that Shakeology gives, because I use the vegan and it's 100% raw whole food. So the energy that it gives you is a long, sustained energy throughout your day. It's not a quick boost, if you will. So what I started doing was just sharing what was happening. You know, people were starting to notice in me that I was a happier, more normal human being by this point. And so I was telling them, you know, what I was drinking. I was letting them know and see my pictures from having done P90X. And now I'm so glad that we've got other workouts, because some of the P90X ones were like an hour and a half long, and now I can't even imagine working out for that long every day. But it just started to happen organically. And so I started sharing it. And back then, what we did was we would have a little group of people, and they would try the products. If they liked them, great. Then maybe they want to continue on. If it wasn't for them, that's fine too. It's not everything is for everybody. And I think that's something that is so special about what I get to do as a coach is I get to educate people on what is available. And then I get to help people that want to move forward. So it's never dragging anybody along. I don't have time for that, honestly. I've got 4 kids that we homeschool, so I don't have time for that. But in a matter of 4 years, we've built over a 6-figure income with me staying at home with 4 kids and homeschooling them. It's not just that we're staying at home and I'm working all the time. We're actually schooling children, you know, which takes a lot of time. So it's just been the most incredible opportunity, because I had done so many other things. As I mentioned earlier, I've got a college education, have worked in corporate America, doing reputable things, but was just miserable. I would cry on the way home from work. And again, that stuck feeling, you know, like I felt like I had to work because I didn't know of any other options. And yet I hated being in a cubicle, and the life of the people there was just sucking the positive energy out of me, because everybody was negative and complainers, and I couldn't stand it. So I knew that that wasn't for me, but I didn't know what was. And I tried other, you know, like direct sales type businesses, like the party thing. And I remember after I had my first child, I cried all the way to the party, because I didn't want to have to go somewhere. I didn't want to have to be somewhere selling something to somebody who didn't care one way or another if they needed it, you know, or bought it. That just isn't me, and it felt icky, and I didn't want to continue that. So I was back at that point on my birthday, sitting on my dining room floor, having a picture taken, holding 3 kids. And you smile, you know, you just smile for the picture. And then after the click, complete meltdown again, because I was like, yeah, here I am. I'm not doing anything that's above and beyond. You know, like I felt like I was here for something special. I don't know if you feel that way or not, but I just feel like I'm made for more than just the mundane routine activities. Like, okay, I'm going to go to work, and then I'm going to sit and watch TV for 3 hours, and then I'm going to go to bed, and then I'm going to get up and I'm going to do it again. Like, to me, there's more to life than that. And I have a huge bucket list of life goals and dreams and things that I want to do with my family and create memories. And I want to say yes to them. When they say, hey mom, can we do gymnastics lessons? I want to say yes. Hey mom, can we go on a Disney cruise? Absolutely. Kids, do you want to do this? Absolutely. Let's do that. And what I was finding was that I was not in a position to be able to say yes to just about anybody. And so once I started coaching, I surprised my mom on her birthday with a trip to San Antonio for the weekend and took cooking classes. And then our family, the first year that I was a coach, Team Beachbody sent us to Walt Disney World. Not just Walt Disney World, but they put us up at the yacht club for 4 nights. And then they gave us $1,000 or so for meals and park tickets. And then the next year it was a cruise. And then the next year was the Mexican Riviera. And next month we're headed on a second cruise. So every year has been something that is, here's the kicker. That trip that is provided for us is for helping 3 people a month. That's what we get. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You're going to give this to me because I'm helping 3 people feel better? And so, people are sending me their pictures like, woohoo, look, I'm fitting in my skinny jeans. And I got off of my medication. And look, I'm back in my wedding dress from 20 years ago. Those are the messages that I get from people every day, and I'm getting paid for it. It's just like blows my mind. So I get to do it from everywhere. And about a year and a half ago, we are from Indiana, and we decided, you know what? Let's move. We can go anywhere we want. I work from home. My husband got permission to work from home as well. So the sky was the limit, and we just chose to move to Naples, Florida. We don't have any family or anything here, but it's because Team Beachbody allowed us and taught us how to dream big and how to get out of the stuck feeling that we had had for so many years that we just had to do X, Y, Z. And that's just not the case. So really, there are several gifts that I feel like this coaching opportunity has given to myself and the other coaches that participate. The first one, of course, is physical, because you don't have to be perfect to start, but you got to start somewhere to ever be perfect, right? You have to start that journey. And so I was not at my goal when I started. One of the top earning coaches in the entire company was pregnant when she started, so she was gaining weight. So it doesn't matter. And there are many people who begin their journey because of the increased accountability and the community of coaches that are going to help you reach your goals, your physical goals. Then there's the personal growth aspect, which was completely foreign to me. And it blows my mind because, like I said, I had done so many other at-home businesses, and yet nobody had ever introduced me to what personal development is and to reading things that fuel your mind. And that blows my mind. Like, that is night and day why you will find that Team Beachbody coaches are about the most positive people you will ever meet on the entire planet. Because we're reading every single day, and we're listening to podcasts, and we're watching YouTube videos that are fueling our minds and helping us grow as human beings. Then there is the community of support, and that is completely a gift. My best friends now are all in Team Beachbody. And so a lot of times, if you get an invitation from me to join this coaching opportunity, honestly, it's because I want to hang out. It's not all for you. There is some selfish piece to that, because we spend the most time with the people that we work with. Like, that's just a fact of life, and we get to choose who we work with. So I really enjoy working with people that are fun and spending my day surrounding myself with amazing people. And then the last gift, of course, is the finances. When I first joined, back then, we had to pay a $40 fee to join. That's not a necessity now. But back then it was. And I did not even have the $40. I was so stressed about putting $40 on a credit card. And, and I was the mom who was at the gas pump with the cell phone, should I fill it all the way up, or should I just put in $10 now until we get paid? Because we didn't have extra. And to now, this week getting my W-2, mind is blown. And of course, Team Beachbody is not going to guarantee results. It matters how much effort that you put into it, how consistent you are, that you've got a drive in your belly, and that you're intentional, and that you're coachable and trainable. There are things to it. It's not going to fall in your lap. But over the course of these years, out of 400,000 coaches, our team has been in the top 200 the last 2 years, and is what is called an elite team. That's as high up as you can go in this company. So you are in good hands joining. Our team is called Team Benefit because we're here to benefit other people. Hands down, you come into Team Benefit and try and sell a bunch of stuff that it's not gonna fly, because that's not what we're about. We're about helping other people. So when you join Team Benefit, you're in extremely good hands because we're successful and we know how to create successful coaches in their physical aspects, their personal goals, and their financial goals. Because Team Beachbody actually doesn't even pay coaches to enroll other coaches. We don't get a dime to just sign you up as a coach, not anything. And I think that's really, really cool. On the surface, it might be like, well, why wouldn't they do that? Why wouldn't you get paid? But the great thing is that we get paid for your success. So when my customers are successful, Team Beachbody pays me. When my coaches are successful, Team Beachbody pays me. So what that means is we've got your back. And it's our job, and we take it very seriously to make sure that you're successful. So the challenge group, as a participant, so let's say you're not ready to share this opportunity with somebody else or share the products, that's okay. A lot of people like me, I knew I needed Shakeology and I didn't have the money to pay for it full price. And I needed to be a coach for the discount. I needed that 25% off to be able to have it every single day in my body. So I was a participant first. I participated in the challenge group, which every day I would go in and post on Facebook what I was eating, how much I had to drink, that I did my workout, or maybe I slipped up, and then people would scoop me up and encourage me and say, you can do it, get back on track. That is the culture of a challenge group. And in ours specifically, we really focus on that mental aspect, because if your mind is not ready for it, or let's say you're an emotional eater and you really have to grasp those factors of the mind and holding those thoughts captive and being in control of what you put into your mouth, that's key. It doesn't matter how much you exercise. If you don't have that mental aspect, you're not going to be successful. So that is what the challenge group is. The challenge group is drinking this superfoods every single day for 21 days, doing some type of movement or exercise for 21 days. Even if it's walking to start, that's okay. Everybody's at a different place on their journey, and we meet you where you're at. And then the accountability piece and the personal coaching. And I've attended, since I joined as a coach, I was like, man, I want to know more. So I attended the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, where I learned over 100 different dietary theories. So I kind of have a good wrap of all the different things that are out there, and it can be so confusing, but to be able to help you specifically with your needs. So that's the challenge group. And maybe you want to start as a challenger and get your own health on track first. Maybe you've got your health on track and you're like, man, I am ready to work this thing. It doesn't matter what level you're at, there's a place for you. So at this point, I want to share just a little bit about what our vision for 2016 is, and invite you on that vision to be a part of that journey. And then if there's any questions, I'm happy to take questions. So 2016, we have decided as a team that we are arrows of hope. It's our job, it's our vision to shoot arrows of hope with our words, with our actions, into the lives of others. And there are waves that just come crashing down on us as people, and we need to have somebody there to give us hope. And so that's what our job is as coaches on Team Benefit, is to be that arrow of hope into your life. We as a team are also building up about 30 new leaders this year. And they are people who want to build this business consistently. They always say that hobbies cost you money and businesses make you money. So there are at least going to be 30 new team leaders on our team, which is really, really exciting. But every single person comes from helping somebody else, which is just the coolest thing ever. I have muted some of you guys because of the feedback and the echo, but I'm going to unmute. And then if you guys have questions, by all means, let me know. Sometimes people want to know cost. Sometimes people want to know what time is involved. Anything right off the bat, and I'll be happy to help you guys.
Hey, Tracy, this is Felice. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hey, girly.
Hey. Yeah, I'm interested in the cost. I guess I'm one of those people that I'm at the point where physically I definitely want to be part of a challenge group and, improve my health. And I'm already addicted to Shakeology. I love it. So I really am very interested in being a coach because I do want to share what I've learned and just the fact of feeling good again. So I feel like my nutrition has improved. I just want my physical being to improve more. So I am interested. What's the cost? Or I know sometimes there's a lot of commitment involved.
Okay, sure. Those are two great points. So cost depends on which program you start with. So for example, and by program, typically that means a workout. Team Beachbody understands that people get the best results by combining fitness plus nutrition plus accountability. Those three things together are called a challenge. So it includes a workout program plus Shakeology. Now there's a small caveat to that because now there are also challenge packs for the 3-day refresh, and that's a short cleanse detox that is like non-starvation. But because there are a decent number of people who maybe they're Zumba instructors or they're marathoners or they're just doing something else where at this point in their lives they don't want to exercise. So that gives those people an option to just focus on nutrition. Now another option I will tell you that is nutrition focused only, and I know this doesn't exactly answer your question, but I want to get it out there. The 21-day fix challenge pack is worth every penny, even if you never do those workouts, because the nutrition plan is hands down like the most genius thing I've ever seen. And to the point that it sold out like 2 times when it was first released. And then it has been so successful over the last 2 years that now every program that rolls out by Team Beachbody incorporates, they're right here by my desk because I use them all the time, these crazy little containers that you put your food in and you know exactly how much of each type of food to eat. So that is, when we talk about the 21-day fixed nutrition, that is really the challenge pack that most people start with because the nutrition is that good. Now, cost. It totally depends on which challenge pack that you get, because some of them are $140. So that comes out to be about, I want to say like $4.30 a day. So that would be no more than Starbucks or a fast food meal or a frozen meal. And you've got a meal of Shakeology in that for 30 days. Does that make sense so far? Now, they go all the way up to over $200. Usually, the ones that I have people start with are either 140 or 160, sometimes 180. And the difference there is that, usually the promotional one, whichever ones are on sale about 140 or 160. So this month, to give you an idea, the 21-day fix challenge pack, the 21-day fix extreme challenge pack, the 3-day refresh challenge pack, and the size challenge pack, again, they include those workout programs plus a bag of 30 meals of Shakeology is $140. Then there are other ones that are, of course, are more expensive. And then there are ones that are Kickstart packages. And the Kickstart combines the 3-day refresh with a workout program and Shakeology. So that costs a little bit more. But it's still like they discount them so much because they know that that's what's going to get people results. And when people get results, they tell their friends about it, which means that Team Beachbody earns more money, right? and helps more people. So, so that is cost. The quick answer is that it depends on which program that you get, but they start at 140 and they go all the way up to over 200. And the other piece was commitment. So it just depends on what you are ready for. There is no real like sign in blood commitment to anything. With a challenge pack, you've got a bottom of the bag guarantee. So even if you drink all 30 shakes and you are like, nope, I decided J30, I drank 30 and I don't like it, I'm going to get my money back, then they will actually give you your money back. And then with time commitment, just about all of the workouts now are right around 30 minutes. It depends on what program that you start with, what program you get. But back in the day, like I said, P90X plus it was like the yoga was like an hour and a half long. They just don't make them that way anymore because they found that it's just not necessary to be effective. So time commitment averages about 30 minutes a day, although there's a brand new program coming out called 22-minute hardcore. So that's actually 22 minutes long. And then I would say about 5 minutes a day to check into your Facebook group and post what you've done for that day. And that way we know that you're alive. We know that you're doing well. And if we don't hear from you, then you'll be checked in on, because there's accountability and we're here to make sure that you get results. Now, some people want a challenge pack and they really don't want accountability for different reasons at different stages in people's life. And that's okay. Again, wherever you are comfortable starting, that's where we want to meet you and help you take it to the next level. Coaching commitment, totally up to you. Totally. And the way that I had started was kind of what I think of as a Sam's Club discount where, I'm basically paying for a discount. And just like I would need to cancel the Sam's Club membership, if I decide not to continue coaching or drinking Shakeology or whatever for any reason, then I would just cancel that as same way. Does that help?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So to give you a quick idea, comparing cost-wise, as let's say the only thing at all that you are using is Shakeology. As a customer, you're going to pay about $15 more just to get Shakeology than you would pay if you're getting that same thing as a coach. Now, anything else above and beyond that, you're also going to be getting 25% off of, which is also the retail commission. So we earn 25%. Our huge pay, though, comes from team building. So, for example, there's great graphics that I've put together before where, literally like I might sell $46 worth in a week. Okay. So that's a good idea. And yet I may have a paycheck of over $3,000 that week because it's residual income. People are buying this month after month after month, year after year. And then they're telling their friends about it and they're drinking it month after month after month. So it just like that, I said, consistency and over time makes a huge difference. So now I can go on vacation. I know I still got a paycheck coming in and nothing falls apart, So in the beginning, you work really hard as a coach to get people going. Right? And that compound effect takes time to get up and running. And then it's just like a teeter-totter over time. At first you're like, man, I'm working really hard for not hardly anything. And then it starts to even out. And then you feel like you're getting paid what it's worth. And then over time you're like, holy cow, I just made XYZ for, what felt like just having fun with people. So anyway, it's pretty cool. Any other questions? All right. Well, thank you guys so much for your time this evening. And I'll touch base with each one of you. There may be ones of you who have questions and don't want to speak up on the call, and that's totally understandable as well. Everybody's got a different situation. So feel free to reach out to me. Again, my name is Traci Warren, TraciWarren. You can reach me at traciwarren .com or Traci@TraciWarren.com for email. And then, of course, on Facebook. I'm on Facebook all the time. Have a good night, you guys. Talk to you later.